Section 2.5.4 Theory of Punishment. Retribution. Hello, I'm Dr. Adam McKee, and today we're discussing the concept of retribution in the criminal justice system, a key topic from my book, Criminal Justice, an overview of the system. We'll explore the principles of retribution, the challenges in achieving proportionality, and the importance of holding offenders accountable. Let's dive in. Retribution is a fundamental concept in the criminal justice system that refers to punishing offenders for their wrongdoing. The goal of retribution is to ensure that offenders receive the punishment they deserve in proportion to the severity of their offense. This concept is deeply rooted in the idea that justice is served when wrongdoers are held accountable and appropriately punished for their actions. The doctrine of proportionality is a critical component of retribution, holding that the punishment should fit the crime. This means that the severity of the punishment should be appropriate to the seriousness of the offense committed. The idea of proportionality was first advocated by the Italian criminologist Cesare Beccaria, who believed that the harsh punishments of his time were often disproportionate to the crimes committed. Beccaria argued that punishments should be just severe enough to deter crime and that excessive punishments were both unjust and ineffective. The principle of just deserts reflects the notion that individuals who commit crimes should be held accountable for their actions and punished accordingly. The principle of just desert is often used to describe a deserved punishment proportionate to the crime committed. In other words, the punishment should be commensurate with the offender's culpability for the crime. This principle emphasizes moral accountability and the ethical imperative that wrongdoers receive their due punishment. Despite the importance of the doctrine of proportionality in retribution, achieving it in practice can be challenging. One reason is that it is difficult to measure criminal culpability objectively. Determining a proportionate punishment is based on legislative consensus, which can be imprecise and subjective. The interpretation of what constitutes an appropriate punishment can vary depending on the particular circumstances of the offense, societal values, and the perspectives of lawmakers and judges. Furthermore, the concept of proportionality can be challenging to implement in practice, as there may be competing goals in the criminal justice system, such as deterrence, rehabilitation, and incapacitation. The need to balance these objectives with the principle of proportionality can be complex and require careful consideration. For example, a punishment that is proportionate to the crime might not be the most effective for deterrence or rehabilitation, leading to difficult decisions about how to prioritize these goals. Retribution is a critical component of the criminal justice system that seeks to ensure offenders receive the punishment they deserve. The doctrine of proportionality is a crucial principle in retribution that holds that the punishment should fit the crime. However, achieving proportionality can be challenging due to the subjectivity of measuring criminal culpability and the competing goals of the criminal justice system. Despite these challenges, the principle of proportionality remains a fundamental aspect of retribution and underscores the importance of holding offenders accountable for their actions. To illustrate the complexity of proportionality, consider a case where an offender is convicted of theft. If the punishment is too lenient, it may fail to convey the seriousness of the offense and undermine public trust in the justice system. On the other hand, if the punishment is excessively harsh, it may be viewed as unjust and could potentially exacerbate the offender's underlying issues, leading to further criminal behavior. Achieving the right balance requires a nuanced understanding of both the offense and the offender. Efforts to enhance proportionality in sentencing include the use of sentencing guidelines, which provide a framework for judges to determine appropriate punishments based on the severity of the offense and the offender's criminal history. These guidelines aim to reduce disparities in sentencing and promote consistency and fairness. However, even with guidelines, judges must exercise discretion and consider the unique circumstances of each case. In conclusion, retribution is an important goal of the criminal justice system, aimed at ensuring that offenders receive the punishment they deserve. The doctrine of proportionality is a fundamental principle of retribution, emphasizing that the punishment should fit the crime. While achieving proportionality can be challenging due to the subjective nature of measuring criminal culpability and the competing goals of the criminal justice system, it remains a critical aspect of justice. By striving for proportionality, we can uphold the moral and ethical standards of accountability and fairness in the criminal justice system. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover, leave them in the comments below. See you next time.